Hello, welcome back to my channel where I talk about all things planning, journaling and stationeries. Today I want to share with you a summer project that I'm going to not challenge myself but enjoy this summer, which is a commonplace book. Last year I did a video and thank you so much if you have watched the video. I was surprised how many people have seen my start of commonplace book video that I did back in I think August last year, so almost a year old. If you haven't seen it, I will put it in a description box down below so you can always go and watch. And I have shared in a video about how I set up the notebook, and then I also have a Notion template that I started using so I can capture the articles on site when I'm just looking at when I'm on screen, and then I use that Notion to transfer the information into my notebooks. So yeah, that system is still the same, but if you have noticed, I haven't talked about commonplace book since that video, meaning it's kind of dropped along the way. So yeah, last year when I purchased Traveller's Notebook, I've been experimenting with several ideas with how to play with the notebook, and I introduced the commonplace book. And now it is sitting in my sub Traveller's Notebook, very old brown cover. And where is it? I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. So yeah, so this notebook started in end of July last year, and I have used it actually up to halfway through, but as this year it got quite busy, my life got quite chaotic, and I stopped. My last entry is 4th of January, so at least I did something in 2025, but basically I have not done it, I have not played with it, and I wasn't sure. Like, I was thinking whether I want to continue using it the same way, or do I just use it for my journal and finish up the notebook and forget about the commonplace book. So I was thinking about what to do moving forward with the notebook, and then it's actually quite nice to look back on what kind of topic or what kind of articles that I was consuming year back. And it was summer, so I was trying to look for some fun way to spend time with kids where they stay at home. So I was looking for some kind of like homeschooling activity, not that they are homeschooled child, but just to get some ideas and inspirations. And I've been always into notebooks. I was researching some journaling options, or I was a bit lost with planner sites, so I went back to bulletjournal.com to actually relearn about the basic of bullet journal, hoping I could, implement some of the aspect into my planning system. So yeah, it is actually, I feel like this is more like a time capsule. Sharing it online feels a bit embarrassing because it's like so personal or something, but yeah, basically I really enjoyed flipping them through. Not that I read line by line, but I feel like even if I'm not updating on like every day, every month wise, having a dedicated period where I focus on basically what I'm consuming online, and also having more curiosity on taking time to research on some small items. Normally when I start looking for an article, I hit one article and then it suggests me with the second one, you might also like this article, and then I kind of go down the rabbit hole, expanding my knowledge, and I think I really like that aspect of it. So then I'm thinking this summer is going to be, I don't know how busy I'm going to be, so don't want to say it's like a 1 month challenge or anything. I'm just already thinking like July, August, September, let's say 3 months project for me to bring this back, at least some aspects back into my life, so I can resume the practice. So what I've been doing is that even while I haven't done anything for a month, in my everyday carry planner, I had this simple inbox from 3P Notes Club. So every time I hear about something interesting or I have some questions, I've been just jotting down just some notes about something I want to learn more about. For example, I heard about 3-day fasting that my friend was doing, and I was curious. I've been like reading about it time to time, but I thought, oh, maybe that's some fun project to kind of dig deeper. So I put it here. Or when my kids took some medication, I took the name of the medicine, so I could even, they're already okay, but just to expand my knowledge as a parent, I wanted to learn about some more. And yeah, so it's like a random things that happens throughout my life, but it can be my physical something, it can be something I read somewhere, something I heard from my friends, and I try to capture it here. So then I also have a list in my current everyday carry. I haven't written anything, so I brought back my pocket size. But yeah, this is the idea, and I want to put more intention on how I put more items on the list, and then taking some time to read some articles online, and then opening up my commonplace book just to update. It's a fun project. So I am curious. I want to just take a few video clips out of my weeks just to update on how things are going. And also that will keep me accountable for this project. So let's see how it goes. But yeah, I'm thinking as a summer project. I don't know how it was for you, but growing up in Japan, during the summer vacation, we used to have like a summer project. So everyone has their own like summer homework to do, but aside from, let's say, textbook or some kind of mathematic sheet that you need to submit when you go back to school, we had the summer project, which is you are open to decide what you want to do as a project. Some people do some small research on what they like, or some people just, I don't know, do some arts and crafts and bring it to school. Or I kind of remember doing some sewing project at some point, or someone makes some massive like painting. So depending on the age, you have a flexibility to really tackle on what you want to do. Some kids go on nature walk and gather all the nature pieces of nature, like grasses, stones, and then place it nicely in a box so you can kind of show everyone what he has collected as a treasure. So it was just an open-ended fun project for all of us, and that memory kind of stuck with me. So I want to call this my summer project, just to get back commonplacing in place again, because I don't want to give it up, but I also realize it's quite fun to read what I was curious about and just bring back more curiosity and interesting topics into my life. So I want to see how it goes. I decided to go on my notebook therapy day, so here we are with 2 travelers notebook, meaning 4 books with me at a pretty coffee shop. Just before I started updating my commonplace book, I actually read or finished the book just last night, so I opened my reading journal where I just jot down all the notes from what I read, just simply copy pasting. And yeah, I really like keeping it this way. I have shared about this notebook in a past video, so I will put it in a description box if you are curious about my very simple book journal. So we are going into the commonplace book section. I just got my stickers out and I also have my pencil board from Traveler's Company. This is a very old one, but I just like the looks of it and I just keep using the same one again and again. So normally I draw a line to make a margin in my Traveler's Notebook, and this just keeps it nice, and I think it's neat when I have a margin in between. So that's where I keep my dates and tag sticker, which I will explain a bit more in depth later. And then I also do some small notes. So basically, commonplace book is a copy paste from the articles I read, but I do want to keep some notes, maybe like some takeaways or some action I want to take. So sometimes I put it in kind of to-do list format just to have my own thoughts together with the copy pasting. So I want to share how I capture the articles where I kind of copy paste from. So I have a Notion space for commonplace book, and this is where I jot down the notes. So the other day I was just googling about the injera bread and their health benefits. So every article I read, I picked some notes from the articles and they are captured in here. So all I need to do is to come back here and open the notebooks and read again. And yeah, that's it. Very simple. So I don't need to I'm not Googling at the same time of complete or writing the notebook, but I've already done the research in advance and I come back here, check the notes, and I just copy paste what I feel like it's was taking notes on the book side. So I started using this Notion template that I kind of made, but it's nothing complicated. So it's only has like a main page where I have like an overview, and every time I open a new space, which means every time I open a new topic, I just jot down the main title and then copy the article itself, so the link itself of the title, I think. And then as I read through the articles online, as I research, I just copy some important notes, so everything are kept on the Notion side, which makes it so much easier to transfer it into the book, because if I were Googling and writing at the same time, that would take forever. So yeah, I do the pre-research, put everything in Notion, and normally when I'm doing some research, I try to like stick with one topic for like at least 2 or 3 articles, so I get some, different perspective or more ideas through the same topic. So yeah, by the time I start writing on the notebook, I have quite a few information to capture. And yes, I do try to copy paste as much good contents from the article. But by the time I put it on my notebook side, yes, I do choose which one to come on, because if I really try to copy paste the whole thing, it is quite a lot. So yeah, I just trying to, see which is the key information that I want to put it on the notebook. A little bit of side chat about Notion. I really like going through all the templates and seeing all the productivity, planning, organization tools. I always get so excited, but I tried a few or more than a few, but nothing has stuck with me. I think I'm a very paper-based planner girl. So yeah, I love to be playing around there, but nothing really works for me. But only this commonplace section has been great for me in the past year. Not that I've been using so often, but yeah, just capturing information there is easy enough for me to maintain. And if I forget about it for a few months, that's also fine. There's nothing I need to update. So that's the only templates that I managed to use on Notion at the moment. So together with just accumulating the documents in the open space for the future transferring to the notebook, I also have a section for reviewing. So every time I put some new articles there, it stays as unreviewed. And once I put on notebook side, I put it as first review done. And then I am trying to go back to Notion and then just reread it maybe after a month or two by the time I have forgotten what I have researched, so that I can kind of remind myself. It's like revision when I was studying. So yeah, so I read the article and then I revisit while I am writing onto my Traveler's Notebook side, and then I try to reread it again, and then I put it as an archive to finish the project. As I said in the beginning, I have not been updating this notebook for more than 6 months, to be honest. So I'm not a very regular commonplace book person, but this is my summer challenge or summer project. So since I think it was around end of June when I thought about bringing this back in my daily life, and July I am aiming to touch this notebook or research or touch the Notion, any activity related to commonplace book at least once a day, and see how it goes. And it's been a few days, quite a few days already, but I am already seeing the benefits that whenever I see something or I feel something, I am more eager to capture it, not just thinking, but I want to raise it all the way up to actually making the research. So this is why the other day I had a lunch, Ethiopian lunch, and we had a very nice injera bread, which I kind of knew that it's something very good for the health because they use some special ingredients, not flour. So then we were chatting about it, and okay, I had a nice lunch together with my good friends, and things would have been just done and I might just journal about how it was a fun lunch. But now that I'm doing this commonplace book project, I immediately took notes to research about the ingredients to actually know why it is good for the health. So yeah, just a small tweaks or just some mindset that I'm just really looking for an opportunity or a chance of researching. It really expanded how I see my day-to-day life. So yeah, I think this is a great summer project that I started, and I would love to update in the near future how it goes after a week or like a few weeks in. So now we are coming to the end of the writing session. What I am doing here is that I'm checking the post-its in front of me. I want to do a fancy decorated key section like I see in other people's gorgeous commonplace book, but I haven't managed to do that in a while. So yeah, it's still in a memo style on a sticky note. But anyways, it's just a signifier which color, which topic, just to make the notebook a little bit more interesting. So this is just about it. I just jotted in one topic. I think it was from 3 articles, and that's how I accumulate step by step. So this flip through that I'm doing now is from last year, almost summer. Like most of them were done in summer, and then I dropped the habit. And yeah, I hope to capture as much as possible this year or this summer again, and ideally this stick as my routine, hopefully. But let's see, this is a summer project for me. Interestingly, I had used literally a half of this traveler's notebook inserts, and yeah, so we can see that this is the middle, and 2024 was before this, and then starting from 2025 I started using the latter half. So let's see how much I can fill this up with a lot of curiosity attitude. Thank you. Bye.